Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Let's get into part two of Carlos King's interview with Joseline Hernendez. Let's go. When part one had gone off, he had asked the question if she thinks that Cardi B has the life that she wanted. Her answer was no. She said Cardi has the life that she deserves, and she has the life that she deserves, Joseline. And she said, she hates how people put people against each other. And I agree with her because they are two different women and they have two different talents. And Joseline seems to be doing very well, might I add, by herself. She and Cardi B have been the most successful people from Love and Hip Hop, any installation. Even Amada La Negra, she seems like she has something out. And then you got Trina. But these two, Cardi and Joseline, are sticking it out. And she also talked about her cabaret, because what she does on that show, because I've never watched it, but what she does is she has girls trying out to go on tour with her. I didn't realize that Joseline goes on tours. She says she sells places out. So she had maybe a cameo on Star, Lee Daniels' show, and he called her and he wanted her to offer her a permanent position on the show. She turned him down because she said that she wanted to follow her dreams and do the cabaret, and she wanted to do music. She turned down a lot of things. And then he asked her about Stevie J. She said she really doesn't see Stevie J like Bonnie Bella sees Stevie J. Ballistic and Stevie J have a good relationship, and that's really good. She said Faith really saved her life by taking Stevie J off of her hands, right? And she said she feels like she probably was still messing with Stevie J at the time he was trying to get with Faith. But she said she is happy, and bad for Faith and good for her. But she also says that she has a very good relationship with Stevie J's kids. And they love Bunny Bella, her sisters. Joseline says she goes out with them. They try different drinks. And she sits back and say, wow, these are Bunny's sisters. But Stevie J got some older kids. But I love that they are all together and they love their little sister, Bunny Bella. I love that. Let's keep going. She also said that they offered her a full-time position on The Real, right? But she said she turned it down because she was too young. And then she said something else. And I'm going to play that for you because it's my favorite.
So you turned down Star, created by Lee Daniels. You turned down the opportunity to be on an Emmy Award-winning daytime talk show.
Honey, I did not have time to sit out there with them old-ass bitches talking about no other bitch. Honey, I got things to do, and it ain't them.
You didn't like it.
I was like, thank you, but y'all could keep it at $50,000 a month. Honey, I made $50,000 in a day. They wanted to pay me $50,000 a month, which was the contract that they sent me. And I just didn't think it was like, I just felt like I was
live in L.A.
I feel like I was too young to take that type of job.
One thing about it, from listening to her, and if what she's saying is true, Joseline owns her life. Not many people can say that. Ballistic produces and makes the music. She raps the music. And whatever she makes from it is hers. And Do It Like It's Your B-Day, you know how big that was. Everybody was playing that. And she said that Issa Rae had it on her show, and then she had it on her new show on HBO Max. And she was like, all that money goes back to her. She's a great businesswoman. They talked about the cabaret being on WeTV, right? And I agree with her back when she was doing it in the beginning. That show is too loud. Like I said, I've never seen it, but knowing it's on Zeus, that's probably the best place for it. But they wanted to license it. They wouldn't do it when she first brought it to We, but they wanted to pay her to license her show. Joseline is getting the bag, honey. So he asked her about the Big Lex situation. Joseline says she's going to always be a tussler. Always. Right? And then she kind of got mad at Carlos. She was like, you don't know her. And she said people always want to say that she's on something. She says she likes to have a good time. And she may do some things. But I think she said that night she wasn't on something. It is what it is. But I will say this. She said she was not worried about going to jail because of it. So we'll see how that turns out. So at the end of the interview, he asked her about the College Hill situation with Amber Rose. She said it was okay, because she was hurt on the show. But But she says she got her $1 million. She got to go home early and be with her baby and her husband. And Amber's still over there with her $20,000 and mad that she is a black woman. One thing about it, Joseline feels like she's always the problem. She feels like people are always pointing fingers at her. But, like, that's a lot of her responsibility. That's a lot on her because she does do things to make people point the finger at her. But out of this interview, I think it was really real, right? And I feel like Joseline is a great business person. I feel like she's very smart. Now, she crazy as a Bessie bug, but I like Joseline. So I hope that you all enjoyed this. It's your girl, Millie Chun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.